Foreign Legion.
The curtains have drawn on the 2015-2016 season. Our stars made telling contributions all across the globe, from goals and assists to even yellow and red cards. Their contributions were vital. There was joy, jubilation and even tears as the season comes to a close. We have every angle covered right here on Eagles Foreign Legion. Both Sheyi Ojo and Jordan Ibe made vital contributions for Liverpool, as both players raised their hands as Jurgen Klopp's revolution takes shape. Ibe made 27 appearances this season, while Ojo played in 8 games for the Merseyside Giants, who finished 8th. Odion Ighalo was a shining light for Watford, who finished the season in 13th spot on the table. Ighalo was the top-scoring Super Eagle with his 15 goals. Alex Iwobi established himself in the Arsenal first team, providing many sparks that Gunners fans will hope turns into a furnace. Iwobi made 13 appearances and scored twice. Kelechi Iheanacho also impressed immensely. Confidence is high that Iheanacho will shine under Pep Guardiola. Given his 8 strikes at a remarkable ratio, we have a superstar in the making. West Ham United finished in 7th. While they'll be participating in the Europa League, it remains to be seen if Victor Moses and Emmanuel Emenike will have their loan deals extended. Moses played 21 times and scored once, while Emenike only netted in the FA Cup. John Obi Mikel enjoyed the second half of the season under Goose Hiddink, who utilised him in both defence and midfield. Mikel played 25 games in the league. Hull City are a game away from the Premier League. Their run to the playoff final included vital contributions from Moses Odubajo, Chuba Akpom and Sony Aluko. Hope Akpan was a key figure for Blackburn Rovers, who finished in 15th. He played 35 league games and scored 3 goals for the former Premier League champions. Queen's Park Rangers finished 12th. The captain, Nedo Monua, was an immovable figure in their backline. The experienced defender remarkably didn't miss any of their 46 league games. Wolves finished in 14th, with Dominic Iofa and Carl Ikeme establishing themselves in the starting 11. Ikeme was undisputed number 1 for most spots, while Iofa played 42 league games. Glasgow Celtic celebrated a 5th successive SPL title. F.A. Ambrose played 21 games and will want to prove his worth to new manager Brendan Rodgers. Hearts finished in 3rd, with Juwon Oshaniwa and Abiola Dawuda making contributions at both ends of the pitch. Oshaniwa played 24 games in defence, while Dawuda scored 5 goals in his 13 appearances for the club since his January transfer from Vitesse Arnhem. Werder Bremen secured Bundesliga football for next season after finishing 13th. Anthony Uja proved his worth, netting 11 times in his first season at the club. Mainz finished in 6th and secured Europa League football for next season. Leon Balogun was a regular, playing 21 times in defence and contributing just 1 goal in the Bundesliga. Malaga concluded this season in 8th. Ike Uche, though, found game time hard to come by as he played just 3 times since his January move from Tigres in Mexico. Isaac's success, meanwhile, announced himself as a star for the future. He helped Granada secure their La Liga status and scored 6 times in 30 appearances this season. Vincent Enyema was crucial in Lille, finishing in 5th. The veteran stopper played 35 games and picked up 17 clean sheets through the course of the campaign. Carpi were relegated following just 1 season in Serie A. Jerry Mbakogu spearheaded the attack for most parts of the season, scoring twice in 24 games. Lazio finished in 8th spot on the table. Ogenye Onazi re-established himself as a starter late on and played 15 games this season and scored just 1 goal. Joel Obi played 10 games and scored on the final day of the season for Torino, who finished the season in 12th spot on the Serie A standings. The talented Umar Sadiq broke into the Roma first team this season as the Gialla Rossi finished 3rd and secured Champions League football. Sadiq played 6 times and scored twice. Kasim Pasa concluded their season with a 6-0 thrashing of Trabzonspor. Kenneth Omeruo started and played the entire game. Kasim Pasa ended the season in 7th, with Omeruo playing 25 games. Osmanlispor ended in 5th after a 1-0 win over Akhisar Beledi. Both Aminu Umar and Rahim Lawal featured, with Umar netting his 8th goal of the season. Lawal meanwhile played 15 times and scored once following his move from Eskişehirspor in January. Rizespor ended this season with a 1-0 loss to Istanbul Başakşehir. Godfrey Oboabona again started but was substituted in the 90th minute of his 32nd appearance. Gaziantepspor secured their top-flight status after a 2-0 win over Antalyaspor. John Chibuike led the line for Gaziantepspor and played the entire game. Benga Arokoya was in the matchday squad but didn't make it off the bench. Willem II secured their top-flight status with victory over NAC Breda in the playoffs. Funsoking Ojo played 32 times for Willem, while Bartholomew Ogbeche's season was cut short by injury. Ojo didn't score this season, while Ogbeche scored once in 4 appearances. Heerenveen finished in 12th spot on the table, with Kenneth Otigba a mainstay in their lineup. The defender played 31 times and scored 3 goals for his team. Financial irregularities meant FC Twente were relegated. They did, however, finish the season in 13th, with Chinedu Ere playing a key role in midfield. He scored 6 times in 27 games. Hapoel Beersheva were crowned champions of Israel after a 3-1 win over Bnei Sakhnin. Both John Ogu and Anthony Nwakeme were vital figures in their title run. Ogu played 34 times and scored 4 goals, while Nwakeme netted 11 goals in his 34 appearances. Bnei Yehuda concluded their season with a 1-1 draw with Hapoel Haifa. Jude Mogo and Tele Ayanukba were first-team regulars, with goalkeeper Ayanukba playing 31 league games, while Nuoru netted 7 goals in his 22 appearances, leading their line. Ostenamutu meanwhile made 14 appearances for Ironi Kiryat Shmona. He scored 5 goals, a remarkable feat considering he plays in defence. 22-year-old midfielder Olerawaju Kehinde played 10 games for strugglers Hapoel Acre. It was a fine season despite his team's struggles, as he netted 4 times in 10 games. CSKA Moscow landed the Russian title after a 1-0 win at Ruin Kazan on the final day of the season. Ahmed Musa started and played for 93 minutes. It was a fine season for the attacker, who netted 13 goals in the campaign. Sylvester Igbun helped UFA avoid relegation as they ended the season with a 3-1 win over Spartak Moscow. He netted a 12th-minute penalty and scored 4 goals in 25 games. UFA finished the season in 12th spot on the table. Lokomotiv Moscow ended the season in 6th after a 3-0 win over Mordovia Saranask. Ezekiel Henty played the entire game and played 10 games this season. Amka Perm finished in 11th spot on the table after a 1-0 loss to Kuban Krasnodar. Trego Ogude played the entire game, while Bright DK was on the bench. Ogude played 22 games this season, while DK featured just 4 times since his move from Toronto FC. Chidozie Awazim's star continues to rise. The 19-year-old midfielder played 10 games this season, helping the Portuguese Giants to a 3rd-placed finish. Boavista meanwhile survived to play another season in the top flight after finishing in 14th. Both Ruben Gabriel and Michael Uchebo featured prominently, with Gabriel making 19 appearances while Uchebo featured in 16 games. Gabriel also netted 1 goal this season. União Madeira were relegated after winning just 7 games this season. Abdullahi Shehu, however, was a mainstay in defence. He played 28 games and scored 1 goal. Brown Ide's first season in Greece saw him crowned champion after Olympiakos defended their title. In 22 games, he scored 10 goals for the Greek Giants. Abdul Ajagun meanwhile featured for both Panathinaikos and after January Levitiakos. He played 12 games for each team, scoring twice for Panathinaikos during the first half of the season. Ghent relinquished the Belgian title this season to Club Brugge. Moses Simon played 19 games and scored just 3 times for the now deposed Belgian champions. KV Oostende ended the season in 5th spot. Following the conclusion of the playoffs, Joseph Akpala netted 7 goals in his 33 appearances this season. Wilfred Ndidi was one of the first names on the Genk team sheet. As the former champions finished in 4th, the 19-year-old made 34 appearances and netted 4 goals. Anderlecht finished in second spot on the standings, but it was a season to forget for Imo Ezekiel. The striker netted just once and played 3 times in 2016. Taking a look at our top goal scorers list, Odion Igalo concluded the season with 15 strikes for Watford in the Barclays Premier League. Ahmed Musa was 2 behind with his 13 for CSKA Moscow. Anthony Uja's debut season at Werder Bremen yielded 11 goals, while Bartholomew Obeche and Brown Idei finished on 10 apiece. It's been a memorable campaign filled with thrills and spills. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to join us next season on Eagles Foreign Legion.
Eagles Foreign Legion.